Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Monkey Hero Adventures. We are going to pick up right where we left off last time. One second. Alrighty. And we are about to go into Sohm, and of course we are going to do this with our NPCs, because this is a story dungeon, so we can do that. So let's continue going up the thing here. And look, we get to bring Ishale Istinian with us and Alphino. Let's go. Let us hope that they are better than conjurers and all that stuff. I shall be similar. But I would hope their rotation and stuff would be better. We'll see. Dravania, Sohm all. And hopefully with this dungeon and maybe a quest or two, we'll hit 60 in the story, and when we stop this story, we will then we'll do our entire ninja on the next video. That way we can get all our skills, so that we don't feel so gimped. Because right now at level 54 we should have Armor Crush, and we should have this handy ability, and we do not yet. So, all right, let's roll. Wait, is the sail tanking? Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I did not notice that the first time.
Your guard is down.
Time to see what old Ishale can handle as a tank. Oh, Ishale. Ishale.
Know your folly. I have my pride.
This dungeon is going to be considerably harder to do without those skills. Again, I don't have my AoE thing, and I don't have... actually, do I even usually have this at this level? Yeah, these... Oh, I don't have this until 60. This and Armor Crush are huge for boosting my Huton, so I don't have to keep recasting it, which is a unfortunate drain to my DPS.
Shiva, aid me!
Alphino throwing out that DPS. Let's go.
Shiva, aid me!
Know your folly.
Alright, well, Yusail's got to get up because I pulled off of her in tank stance. That's crazy. I guess they were going to do the mechanics, so I guess I will help them. Normally in a regular party finder with people, we don't even kill the hornets anymore. We just focus the boss.
Your guard is down. Know your folly.
Alright, first boss down. I think these are your 130, so this will be the first time where I can start getting gear that's the same item level. And the next dungeons will finally be little upgrades, but yeah. Into your Pyro Dragon. I am going to be interested to see how they do the the mechanics on the final fight in here.
Away with you! Away with you!
Yeah, I'm a little bit interested to see how this boss work goes too. Normally, again, the DPS is so fast now we don't even have to do the mechanic, but one of the mechanics has got a little DPS chest, it's got a stack and spread. Let's see how smart the AI is here, and I'm definitely just going to use the limit break on the DPS check part, because I don't trust these guys at all. Alright, here we go.
I will end your struggles!
Or Estinian's just going to use it and fuck us all.
Know your folly. Away with you! Away with you!
Oh, they actually mark it now. Okay, so because red was always stacked and blue is always spread, so I wonder if it's just gonna... Oh, nice. Okay, so they actually marked it. That's kind of cool. They fixed that for players, because they definitely did not know what to do. Most of the people that came in here, for sure.
Know your folly.
This is where I would have loved to save the fucking thing. Where is it? There it is. Oh, well, okay. They severely lowered the HP on that thing.
Know your folly. Know your folly.
Alright. So yeah, so the last one here, the last boss has got like meteors to drop and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm interested to see where they put theirs. Because we definitely always had a strategy where we put them in the very back of the room and then sprinted back forward and we tanked the boss up to the north. So I wonder if, I don't know. We'll see what the devs programmed in for the AI.
I have my pride. Away with you!
Hello, Ergo Dragon. And our good old Cryo Dragon and Pyro Dragon. Of course, are wounded. So they have less HP, although you couldn't tell because the DPS is really bad by these guys. And we made it anyway. Here we are, the final fight of Sohm. Almost. Gotta get our treasure chests. Ooh. Tiaman, consort of Nidhogg, we beseech you, grant us safe passage to the mountain summit. As I thought. Blind to reason like the rest, it would seem our mission to its conclusion. You know what must be done. Such rage and rancor, is there truly no other way? Alright, here we go.
Your guard is down.
Alright, you said you've got to do some damage, girl. I see it's marking. Okay, so they also drop on the other back of their own.
Away with you!
Know your folly.
For the House of Leveilleur!
Know your folly. Your guard is down.
I can kill his wings. Wow, Cindy, you bring that way away.
I have my pride.
Know your folly. I will end your struggles.
Yeah, you better limit break them. And Tiamat is no more. 2 crystals back. Monkey! I'm fine. Twould seem Tiamat was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Nidhogg. He roars. He knows we are here then. His fury. It bleeds through the eye. Fear not. I am yet my own master. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link of the chain of vengeance. O Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Sohm, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years. They came.
Alrighty, the churning mists. Always gotta hit the aetherite and the summoning stone. Or Choco Keep, whichever one you have. Summoning stones here. We have reached it at last, the peak of Sohm. 'Tis said that the highest mountain in all of Eorzea. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Kurthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. And I can now fly in the Forelands. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. What manner of creature is that? Monkey, do my eyes deceive me, or is that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwelled in the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Bah, he's gone, monkey. We must widen our search. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. I have heard tales of these Moogles, but this is the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhaps 'twas simply one of those strange plants shifting in a breeze. I mean, Alphino saw it too. There's no sign of a Moogle in the area. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Yes. Confound it. Could we but enlist the aid of the local Moogles, I am certain Racefelger would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. You could wander the mist for days and not know if we are any closer to his brood brother. In those days we cannot afford well to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Assail, may I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I have not yet given up on the Moogles. Monkey, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Mogglemog, I dare say they'll be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need for me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, monkey. Let us make haste for Gridania and rendezvous with Mephiska's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. There is an aetheryte of ancient construction here which should make the return journey less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. I didn't. I used it since I got here. I sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Moogles, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the conjurer stationed at its entrance. Yeah, I tried to actually talk to him first. Yep. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less a relief to see you safe and hale with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done in our absence. What would it were solely to express my gratitude that we came to you this day? Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the churning mist. Kupo? I say Kupo? Greetings, Kupo. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Kane, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravanya, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwelled beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo. Long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in heaven. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah, yes, the tale of good King Mugglemog the 12th. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down for the sky and escape the world below. Ignoring the fanciful aspect of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the churning mist. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, stories often contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the churning mists tell similar tales of that world below. I can only imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us, then? Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as Ambassador of Gridania. Milady, are you quite certain? How oft our nation turned to the science of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seeds here. We would be honored by your presence. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Sohm. It being a path I've already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we should have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna teleport back to Moogles, and I need to go get my water, so give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Alrighty, let's go speak with the Stinian. See what our boy Stinian has to say. Well met, warrior of light. Nidhogg is not stirred, but he watches us unblinkingly. Unblinking. The Elder Seedseer herself answers your call, and there is naught to do but wait. There they are, monkey. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, 'twould seem the dragons have abandoned Sohm for the churning mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skills and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers they have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an appropriate moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. I am Connie Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Ooh, Such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. Chieftain Moglin, it's an honor to meet you. Greetings! I am Kupo Nut, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below. Your hide is a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I may need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn that your existence here among the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness, and I am told that men have not walked here in nigh 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to the war, you say? I trust you, Connie Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. The skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we were worried that the presence of the blood-splattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happy home. Now just a minute, Chieftain. Monkey here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. He is a champion of the Twelveswood Moogles, and I'll not hear his good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there's little room for trust twixt strangers. May we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Moogles. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? Must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kupo Nut called you again? Monkey? Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogsmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether you are or are not worthy of our aid. Hello. Yes, I'm Moghan, the foremost alchemist in Moogles. If you must know, if your tummy's gloopy and your wings droopy, I've a potion to fix it. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Lucky you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance of Sohm. It's not the safest of places. Don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo. Yes? You have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug? I know, I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have laid your eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I could barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent archosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you've come. Chief Moglin has demanded I test your trustworthiness. But I trust no one to create aught that'll satisfy me. I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was ambitious and innovative work. Guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo Nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted on with such vibrant color and unmistakably panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I have not seen it recently, a fact of which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day. If I am any swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo Nuts just laying about to spend on such luxuries? I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Sohm summit from time to time. Maybe he left it up there. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Ah, yes. Now that you mention it. I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Ahem. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventure, and retrieve my masterpiece before some arch-starved admirer swipes stone for himself. I just gotta find the third cloud's breath now. There it is. Back to the Moogie Boogs. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? Yes, this is my work. It's not exquisite. I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo Nuts. Chief Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. You were so humble, my Dravonian. You were able to humble my Dravanian devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues lolling and bellies are rumbling. The Dravonians and their ilk have much to learn about respectable acts of admiration. Did you find any trouble with the cloud's breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your palm losing its bounce? I'm the Moogle, Kupo. You have completed the trials of trustworthiness. Return to Chief Moglin. Monkey, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Moghan, Mogsmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Yo, Sail, he ready? What sorcery is this? That my heart should stir at mere fluffiness. Monkey, no matter. What is it? Chief Moglin has made his decision. Well, let us not keep him waiting then. We become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chief Moglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over there and see him then. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mogglemug XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. How go your trials, Warrior of Light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seems entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to a Moog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld, who's also favored such attacks. 'Twas meant as a compliment, I accept, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a crackle lamb, much less a dragon. Conclude your business here, Swift Monkey. I like not this place. Are the trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo Nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? We shall. And also, let us get Bathing Bully. Have you ever bathed in the waters to the northeast? Of course not, because a gang of burly Hropkins have been attacking anyone who goes near them, Kupo. If you were so kind enough to slay a few, that might scare them away, giving me time to dip in the waters. Oof. Our first Aether current quest. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before a meeting with Racefelger could take place, certain preparations need to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear. The horn. Bring out the horn quickly now. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with care it deserves of late, and I think Moghan may have sat on it. So, we need some time for the cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though, huh? Now you need simply head to Zenith. The worm's dwelling is to the west. I give you the horn, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your death, Chieftain. Thank you for your noble gift. We shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Racefelger. Very possibly, yes. But I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I'm quite certain that Racefelger will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair, come, we have squandered enough time already. Chief Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that you continue to nurture the shoots of the new offspring friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mogholm your home amongst the clouds. Thanks for coming, Kupo. I doubt I would have would ever have found the time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. The chieftain had spent little time sitting about and less time more time chieftaining. Things would have never gotten messy in the first place. And he was one of who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed. So all's well that ends well, Kupo. Alrighty, guys. That's going to do it for this one. We hit 60, so the next one will be our ninja quests. We're also finished with the Moogle stuff. We're leaving Mogholm and headed out to go over here to Zenith. Yeah. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you in the next one.